Mega Mike the Movie Man, and today I got a mega movie plan. Today, I'm back with another mega video for you all. We got a mega pregame show for you all today. This is for the new movie coming out soon, Morbius. Yeah, this is going to get us all excited for the movie. We actually have 10 topic questions to get through today, saving our most important question for the end, and that's what our personal expectations of Morbius are currently. And so we'll go through those thoughts towards the end of the video, but let's start with our first topic. And I am Mega Mike the Movie Man, and I am joined by
Amazing Anna.
And so let's start our first topic here. What do we think of the Morbius character?
So, I can't decide whether Morbius is a bat or a vampire. He has these features of a bat, with his ears that came out on the trailer, the flying and stuff like that, the part where he twists that guy's hand and does the the teeth like, I'm Venom. So I don't know if he has the bat features more than a vampire. What do you think, Mega Mike?
So I'm excited for this Morbius character. He is the living vampire. He's a Spider-Man villain that's probably a little bit less popular of the other villains, right? Spider-Man has a really good rogues gallery, but I've always enjoyed seeing Morbius in the animated Spider-Man show. I think he's always looked like a cool character, and just that idea of being a living vampire. And what we saw in the trailer, he looked really cool, especially his face when he goes into full-on Morbius mode with the claw hands and how he moves and flies. I thought that looked really exhilarating. So I'm excited for Morbius now to get the spotlight here, because we really haven't seen much of this villain before in live action. So I'm so excited for this one. Now, getting into our second topic here, what do we think of Jared Leto playing Morbius?
Ooh, I love Jared Leto. I remember him playing the Joker from Suicide Squad, and I knew there was like some kind of article about him, locking himself up and having the thoughts of Joker, thinking like Joker, talking like him. Like there was so much to the character that he kind of went into. So I think he's a great actor. He adapts very well with his
That's the method acting.
yeah, he
technique,
adapts like
yes.
very well with whatever character he's portraying. So looking at the trailers, I think he's gonna he's gonna look excellent. He's gonna do excellent.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Jared Leto. I think he's done a good job in his supporting roles. He really hasn't been like the main character of a big giant blockbuster yet, like this, like a superhero movie. But from what I've seen with his supporting characters, he's always done a good job. He was unrecognizable in House of Gucci, so I thought he really blended into that character nicely. And we've also seen him pop up in things like American Psycho and Fight Club. So to me, he's always been an entertaining actor. So I'm really excited to see what he's going to do with this Morbius character, especially because he is kind of like that chameleon actor where he can really get into a character full on. So I'm excited to see what he does with Morbius. So now getting into our third question here, what do we think of the Sony Spider-Verse so far? We've had the 2 Venom movies, and I thought the Venom movies were actually a lot of fun. I thought the Eddie Brock Venom dynamic was really good banter back and forth. There were some good comedic moments, also some good action. So I've had fun with the Sony Spider-Verse movies so far.
I agree. I really like the Venom movies. I think it's great, that they started doing the Venom movies. But I gotta say the first one was better than the second one. The first one, it had those surprise moments, those story moments. I feel like it was a great story about Venom, the first one. The second one was a little bit more about Carnage, his story, his revenge, and how he wants revenge for his wife, girlfriend, whatever you want to call her, and so I just felt like I could have seen more on the second one that like we did on the first one. So
All right, so this gets us to our fourth question here. And what do we think of the Sony Spider-Verse going forward? We already have 2 confirmed projects. We got Kraven the Hunter and Madam Web. What are you thinking of those? Oh, yes, the Sinister Six, of course.
Right here.
We got Kraven the Hunter. Yes, right there. What do you think Amazing Anna of these movies?
The Hunter, I don't really know a lot about that character. I'm not big on comic books, so I haven't really heard a lot about the comic books. I just know based on what Mega Mike tells me or I have seen. My knowledge is getting a little bit more insight on that, but again, I don't really know much about the character, so I can't really say a lot. I know the character that's playing him played
Aaron
Quicksilver.
Taylor Johnson.
Yeah, and I think he's great. He fits that whole superhero kind of characters, so I think he might do really great with the Hunter. What about Madam Web?
Yes,
I know.
Dakota Johnson.
Yeah.
Yes, what do you think of her?
I love Dakota Johnson in 50 Shades of Grey. She's very bland. Not bland, but blah kind of character. She kind of has that sarcastic, very quiet, slow talking kind of character. So I feel like I'm excited to see her play like a superhero villain, whatever you want to call her as well, Madam Web. Character. She's coming into these different type of superhero movies. So I'm really excited to see that.
Yeah, I'm excited for the two characters as well. Kraven the Hunter, he's a big threat to Spider-Man because he's hunting down Spider-Man because that's the biggest game he still needs to get to prove that he is the amazing hunter. And so I am really excited about that. Aaron Taylor Johnson has been getting really fit for the role, so I'm excited to see him play that character. For Dakota Johnson as Madam Web, I think she could fit perfectly with that character because that character, how she speaks, it's a little bit more little stoic, so I think it could work with that. And I'm excited to see kind of those like psychedelic powers and how she goes into the universe. That kind of fits
like Doctor Strange.
Yes, yeah, Doctor Strange. So this can be the Doctor Strange of the Sony Spider-Verse movies, and that's really cool. I'm excited to see those effects. So that can be really awesome. And so now getting into our fifth topic here, do we think Spider-Man's gonna show up in this movie?
Ooh, I want him to show up. I don't really. I know we've seen the trailers where you got the murder on Spider-Man and stuff. Is it gonna lead up to Spider-Man? Maybe we might not see him in the movie, but maybe we might see a post credit or an ending credit with showing it leading up to Spider-Man because Michael Keaton was in there and he plays the Vulture in Spider-Man, so there could be some possibilities, some iffies, I'm not sure.
So I'm hoping we see a Spider-Man, but I heavily doubt it. I really don't think he's going to be in it unless it is a post-credit scene they tack on at the very end, but I think we would have heard about that, so I'm doubting it right now. If a Spider-Man does show up, Andrew Garfield, that's who I'm hoping for. I think he needs to get another movie, and he would be really cool in this. I think he would fit the tone perfectly. But
you think he might show up?
I know I'm doubting it, but if a Spider-Man does show up, I want Andrew Garfield all the way. What Spider-Man would you prefer? I know you're a fan of the OG Tobey Maguire, right?
I do want Tobey Maguire to show up, but going back to the trailer where it said Spider-Man was a murderer, who was a murderer? Which Spider-Man was a murderer?
That would be Tom Holland with Mysterio pinning that up. So he really wasn't a murderer, but Mysterio tried to pin that on him.
We know the story, but and then also with the Vulture showing up, and he was a Vulture with the Spider-Man with Tom Holland again as well. So I'm feeling that it has something to be involved with that character.
So there's a lot of choices for Spider-Man. It could be any three of them, or maybe...
Are they in the same city as Spider-Man?
Well, they could come through a different dimension. That's always a possibility. Also, it could be a whole new Spider-Man. Who knows? But let's get into our next question here. We got question 6 here. We have, what part do we think Michael Keaton's going to play in this movie? Because we know we saw Michael Keaton in the trailer. Does that mean he's going to be in a lot of this movie? And is he Adrian Toomes, the Vulture? Or is he just playing some random doctor guy, right? I mean, we didn't see him as the Vulture.
Yeah.
Now, I hope he shows up as the Vulture. But what do you think, Amazing Anna? What role is Michael Keaton going to play here?
I would want to see him as the Vulture because that's what we know him as, the Vulture. If he's playing a different character, I don't know what the hell Sony's doing because there are a lot. I don't know what they're doing. They're mixing up with that whole thing. Like, two characters should not be playing two different types of things. Like, you have Michael Keaton as the Vulture, and then you have him, something else as Morbius, and then all of a sudden Spider-Man shows up and he's not the Vulture. Like, I don't know how you gonna do that, Sony, but I hope he's playing the Vulture. That's what I hope.
All right, so we hope he will play the Vulture,
Mm-hmm.
but do I think the Vulture is going to really show up in this in
Isn't
all
the Vulture
costume?
in jail, though?
Yeah, so this gives us more questions. How did he get out of jail? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Maybe it is not the actual Vulture. So we'll have to see how much of the movie he actually is in,
Yeah.
or is it just a post-credit scene, right? But we'll have to see how that plays out. But I always appreciate more Michael Keaton when we can get more Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
All right,
I
let's
agree.
go on to question 7 here. Now, question 7, do we think any other Sony Spider-Verse characters are going to show up in this movie? Are we going to get Venom that shows up? Or are we going to get maybe other villains, right? I'm always hoping for a Sinister Six movie. So let's say we have Vulture, we have Morbius, we have Venom, right? Maybe we get a few other villains hinted at, right? We know Kraven the Hunter is coming in, so maybe
Yeah.
we get a post-credit with Kraven the Hunter,
Mhm.
or Madam Web, or maybe a trailer for Kraven the Hunter. That would be a great idea. That would be fun. But what do you think, Amazing Anna? Do you think we're going to get any of these characters in here?
To be honest, I have no idea. Sony lately has been very like short with their trailers, and I'm a little nervous because you know when you see a trailer you usually see like who's going to be in the character, who's going to be in the movie, what's going to happen and stuff. You kind of see the whole movie in the trailer. You know, a little summary of the movie in the trailers. And Sony hasn't been really playing a lot of characters in the trailer other than Morbius, you know, Michael Keaton and other people that we don't know of.
So the question is, do you think they're saving surprises for us, or do they really just show us what they're gonna
You know what?
have?
It can be at the end. It could be also in the beginning. It could be a trailer leading up to that movie, you know? I think Doctor Strange did that once.
With No Way Home, we had that
Yeah.
Doctor Strange 2 trailer.
Yeah, so maybe it could be leading up to something like that, or maybe at the end it's leading up to it and we see different Spider Universe characters or something like that. I don't know. That's why I really want to see this movie. It should have came out a long time ago to find out.
So my guess here is I don't think we're going to get a lot of hints at other characters in this movie.
Mhm.
I think if we do get a character, it's going to be one character, and if anything, it probably will be Michael Keaton's Vulture. I don't think we're going to get much more than that, but if we did, that would be awesome.
Mhm.
Now, let's get into our next question here, which is going to be question 8, and we have, what do we think of the Morbius scandal so far, right? Remember, I covered in my Movie News Roundup episode that there were some lies about the Morbius movie, and I'll definitely link that video in the description below, but there's been some scandals here where apparently they've been cutting out scenes out of the movie. We're not having that connective tissue of Spider-Man movies anymore. That image on the wall has been removed. That Michael Keaton scene is just going to the post credits, and we don't have references to the other villains in this movie, like the newspaper references with Rhino, Black Cat. So this is not good news. But what do you think, Amazing Anna, of this?
They're scandals, like, you know, are they true, are they not true? We don't know because we have not seen the movie.
That is true. This is nothing confirmed here. We have not seen the movie.
Yeah, so you know, they could be rumors, but again, if the rumors are true, I will sing Lizzo songs. Yeah, the rumors are true. Yeah, the rumors are true. Again, credit to Lizzo. But again, I don't know. They are scandals. It's my first time hearing about these scandals. I'm a little in shock, you know, and upset with Sony if the fact that these people are saying that this is not showing up in the movie, then why is Sony continuing with these trailers?
Yes, these trailers, they feel like very false advertisement.
Yeah.
Why would Sony do this? The only thing I
Yeah.
can think of is really they're not happy with the movie, and so they want to distance itself from the rest of the Sony Spider-Verse movies they're planning. That's my only guess, but whatever it is not good news. And to go on top of that, we've been hearing some bad reviews, so that's why I'm linking those two together there. And so this is getting me a little bit worried here. What are you thinking of the bad reviews, Anna? This kind of bringing down your excitement here?
I'm just, again, you know, with the whole trailers, this movie should have came out a long time ago. So if you're saying that these things are not in the movie, why continue to show it? Why are you giving false advertisement to the audience? You want your audience, you want them to pull in, you want them to get a little excited that, ooh, maybe Spider-Man's gonna be in this movie. Ooh, you know, like, ooh, Michael Keaton, what? You know, so why is Sony still keeping these trailers? And maybe that's why people are writing bad reviews about it. Maybe that's where the bad reviews come in.
So it's a little bait and switch. They're trying to get the money out of us right now while they can. But they know after word of mouth starts going, probably this movie is sunk. And it's not going to be good news for Sony or for us audience members, unfortunately. So now to get in our question 9 here. How do we think Morbius is going to do at the box office? I really don't think this one is going to do great. I do think it's going to get number 1 its opening weekend because it's not going up against another big blockbuster. Plus, we've had the Batman so long in theaters and it's just been declining. So I think this will take number 1, but I don't think it's going to be a triumphant number 1. I'm guessing about 50 to 60 million bucks because who knows of the Morbius characters? Yes, people like me and my community of the superhero fans, yes, we know about Morbius, but does everybody know about Morbius? I highly doubt it. What do you think, Amazing Anna?
I agree. Not a lot of people know about Morbius. I didn't know about Morbius. You know, I like, again, my knowledge is growing based on what Mega Mike is telling me, you know, and he talks to me about all these different heroes and stuff like that. So again, if I don't know about Morbius, I feel like a lot of people don't know about Morbius. I personally think it might make about $75 million, but I want to cut it there. I don't want to go high. Just like Batman, I thought Batman was gonna do great because it was gonna bring different types of audience in, and
it did good,
but not what I predicted.
Not No Way Home good, and you were thinking No Way Home good.
Yeah, and I wasn't even a fan about that, but that's another story for another time. Again, I feel like this movie has been talked about for almost 2 years already. I would say, right?
And it might be past.
Came out.
Might be past its expiration date, right?
Maybe people are tired. They're like, man, this movie should have came out a long time ago. I'm not gonna go see it. Or maybe, about damn time, Sony. Well, like, but then again, these bad reviews, like, you put so much hype to this movie 2 years ago, and then when you come out with it, like, oh,
All right, so this is perfect. This leads us into our 10th and final topic question here. What are our expectations for this Morbius movie now? Amazing, Anna, I'll let you start this one off.
To be honest, you know, I'm, again, like, about damn time, Sony. Like, I've been wanting to watch this movie. When it first came out, I was like, ooh, that kind of looks scary, though. But, again, I saw that it was more into, like, the superhero kind of anti-villain kind of, movie genre, so I'm a little excited about it to see it. Jared Leto is a great actor. I like his acting. He's funny. He has some funny moments, and there seems like there's a story that leads up, you know, that leads this movie. So I really like the story that it'll portray. So my expectations, again, they're average, but I am excited. I've been waiting for a long time to see this movie.
So most important part to this, do you think it's going to be a good movie? We're hoping for a good movie, but what's your guess right now?
I'm hoping it is going to be a good movie. I'm counting on you, Jared Leto. I'm counting on you.
So my expectations for the movie, at first, I was really hyped for this movie. That's why I wanted to do this mega pregame show. But I've been kind of let down with superhero movies recently. The Batman, although I thought it was good, I didn't think it was great. And then now to hear about these bad reviews, these trailer scandals with the Morbius movie, it has kind of soured me just a little bit. So I'm going in hoping it's going to be a good movie. I want every movie I see to be good. I want it to be on the level of a Venom movie. You know, it's not going to be anything extraordinary, but can we have a fun time with it? That's what I want. Just give me some fun time, action-packed movie at the theaters. eat some popcorn. That's what I'm hoping for, but I am cautious. It may not be so good, but we will have to wait and see, and I'll definitely get a review up for this one, of course. But that's going to do it for our 10 mega pre-game show topics for the movie Morbius. Let me know in the comments below, what do you all think of this movie? Are you excited for this movie? What is your current expectation level? Also, if you're just discovering the channel for the first time, make sure you subscribe right now. Yes, I'm going to get you tons of these future movie pre-game shows, movie news, rankings, reviews, you name it. We'll talk all things movies on this channel.
Yeah.
Turn on that notification bell so you don't miss when we post a video. Also, like the video, and this is Mega Mike the Movie Man.
And Amazing Anna.
Reminding you to make every day a movie day.